Good, y'all. Jerry about to check out 10 Dream WWE opponents CM Punk can now face. This video is about WrestleMania. CM Punk can face Roman. CM Punk can face Seth. He can face Shinsuke. He can face who else he can face? He can face Cody. He can face Jey Uso. He can face Solo, Brock again. So many other superstars, so many different opponents that he can face, and none of them are part-timers. So other than Roman and Brock. So you're about to hop into this video, man. Let's go.
CM Punk's earth-shattering return to WWE was the best return ever in professional wrestling.
I agree with that.
Well, because it was never meant to happen. When CM Punk walked out of WWE,
he vowed to never return.
Without looking back, other than to shout out every expletive under the sun of Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Punk was legitimately done with WWE, and who could blame him? This is the same guy who's on record as having called the WWE's concussion policy bullshit. Telling Colt Cabana, WWE doesn't do anything to protect the wrestlers. They do things to protect themselves. They don't let everybody know that they're doing all these fantastic things for concussions for the boys. They do it so it looks good on them in the public. And the thing with CM Punk is that while he'll be quick to chastise the powers that be, he'll provide you with a quality show in and out of the ring.
Yeah.
That will continue in WWE, so long as Triple H, WWE's esteemed head of creative, and Punk's infamous long rival books it as such. But what have they got in store for CM Punk? What dream matches could we expect from WWE now that he's back? Well, join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 dream opponents that can happen.
Seth gotta be like number 10 or number 1.
Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive leads.
That's me.
Also check out our new website.
Brock gotta be back on here again.
Number 10,
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Pretend you're Triple H.
That song should have happened back in 2013.
What match do you book for CM Punk? A blockbuster collision versus Roman Reigns? A mat-based masterpiece versus Shinsuke Nakamura? A super indie bloodbath versus Kevin Owens? No, you book the matches that have been longed after for over a decade. And for CM Punk, that means a tussle with the Texas Rattlesnake. CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin was long rumored to be on the cards prior to Punk's WWE departure, with the duo involved in a smattering of interactions with one another. Whether or not this match was ever official has become something of an urban myth amongst wrestling historians, but it was certainly in the minds of WWE creative for WrestleMania 39. With his AEW future up in the air, Punk was reportedly being eyed up by WWE officials in late 2022 with a view of placing him opposite Austin at the Showcase of the Immortals. Austin himself, though previously retired for 19 years, had escaped the confinement of WWE's retirement home the year prior, toppling Kevin Owens in a thrilling encounter at WrestleMania 38. A history tells us that Austin's unthinkable comeback won't be a one-off, so a match with CM Punk will
Stone Cold's still in great damn shape.
Very far. Number 9,
Logan Paul. Ooh, Logan Paul versus CM Punk.
Wrestling has risen to such a point that the stinkers of Kevin Federline, Tyson Fury, etc. are now massively overshadowed by the genre experts, chiefly Bad Bunny, Johnny Knoxville, and Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee, Logan Paul, and Bad Bunny are like the 3 best celebrity wrestlers they ever hired.
Has become an internet sensation all over again. Irregularly wrestling banger matches against a modicum of top WWE
Logan Paul's got it.
You can make him look like
top,
$1 million
top
in
one.
the ring.
He's number 1
Seth
for me.
Rollins and Rey Mysterio have all
For our
provided
celebrity
a
wrestlers.
scintillating contest, and CM Punk would be no different. Though he's the reigning United States Championship, a title that Punk definitely won't be fussing over, even though it'd make him a Grand Slam champion, the match would print excess money on the basis of the shed load of natural material there is to work with.
Both of them arrogant as hell.
Logan Paul for never paying his dues, Paul bashing Punk for his AEW misfortunes. Quite literally, it writes itself. Number 8, Randy Orton. Now hold on. We know what you're thinking. So
we saw it before, but
and say things you might regret.
this
hear us out.
over 10 years.
Punk versus Randy Orton feud in 2023 will only work if Punk is a heel and Orton is the babyface. Well, that's how it went last time, we know, but it's the only acceptable way to do the story, and that's because CM Punk stole Randy Orton's spotlight. In kayfabe, Orton's comeback had been announced ahead of time. His face was on the men's War Games match graphic following the go-home Raw and everything, whereas CM Punk had nothing to do with WWE. The rumours of his hometown return were just that, rumours. Until the morning of the show, he only agreed to terms that day, hours before the Viper was due to his anticipated re-emergence. It'd be incredibly easy for WWE to turn this into an angle, framing it from the viewpoint that Punk re-signed with WWE to screw Orton. Their 2011 work together was fine, but remember who went over in both of their pay-per-view encounters? A storyline
Was it
saying
Randy?
CM Punk has been after Randy Orton ever since. Number 7, Roman
From
Reigns.
Reigns, yeah.
Until the events of Survivor Series, Cody Rhodes was the odds-on favourite to win the Royal Rumble match. But it seems that the American Nightmare's hopes of an American dream at the Royal Rumble have been slashed. As who is on the favourites of winning the WWE
Punk.
Royal Rumble right now? CM Punk. The CM Punk
I
Royal
want
Rumble
Gunther to win the Royal Rumble.
Universal Championship feud with Roman Reigns would be the easy choice too. From both sides of the coin, the audience wants to see Roman's reign end at the hands of a top babyface and will hijack the event out of 2014 if Punk doesn't at least enter the Rumble. While for the WWE side, it makes perfect business sense. It's a money match, perhaps the biggest dollar they can make if The Rock isn't available. There's the dynamic of Paul Heyman as well, who worked wonders as CM Punk's advocate throughout 2012 and 13 in the same way he's done for the Tribal Chief since 2020. His existence alone would add a mountain of layers to what could be an already elaborate angle. It all sounds incredibly delectable until Reigns wins. They wouldn't finally give CM Punk the Mania main event without him do the job, would they? Or would they? Number 6,
Chad Gable. Ooh, I forgot about Chad Gable.
Team guy being pushed to the moon. Justly so as a Triple H singles guy, and he's all the better for it. Gable, who is incredible as a tag team performer for that matter, has come into his own as a snappy, adept brute, proving his worth throughout the Gunther rivalry. Add his minuscule stature and picturesque moonsault, and you've got yourself a main eventer in the making. A main eventer who'd be perfectly suited opposite the voice of the voiceless. While his Intercontinental Championship pilgrimage put Gable's name back on the map, it's working with CM Punk that'll help him break through to the next level.
Yeah.
Punk himself was once in a similar position to Chad, and how'd he get to the top? Well, by beating Edge, Chris Jericho, William Regal, and several others. By 2009, Punk was a household name, but he didn't get there without those wins. Just like Chad Gable doesn't get there without this rivalry. Number 5,
Cody Rhodes. Yeah.
CM Punk oddly wasn't a hot topic of discussion during the post-Survivor Series press conference outside of Triple H's opening remarks, but Cody Rhodes calmly and poetically issued the following statement when quizzed on the return of Punk by House of Wrestling's Nick Hausman. I don't want to be short with my response, but it truly is this. If we can help with where we're going and what we're doing, absolutely, welcome aboard. I have a feeling that the CM Punk that potentially we're getting is hungry, and that's the best.
Yeah.
The WWE, well, Cody Rhodes especially, understand the dangers that accompany CM Punk's comeback. But where there's a risk, there's a reward, and Cody Rhodes facing CM Punk, well, that's a mighty fine reward. It'd be interesting to see how this one played out alignment-wise, as Cody is WWE's top babyface and could be for the remainder of his career. There's no push from fans to see the American Nightmare make a turn to the dark side, nor has there been any foreshadowing that would justify it. Punk, meanwhile, could lean more into a heelish tactics in a tweener role, but he's just come back to WWE, the very place he slammed for almost a decade. He's going to be internally cheered regardless. Their last singles showdown was on December 2008's Raw, and obviously that was a long time ago. Their wrestling styles have completely changed, but both men are world-class professional wrestlers
Cody's a main eventer now.
Entertainers. They'll definitely make it work.
It's two different
Number
people.
4,
Brock Lesnar. I said Brock.
A spoiler alert, everyone. Brock Lesnar
They faced each other
actually
before.
cares now. The man who once seemed to call everything he did on the fly has cared about his work since his aura-defining SummerSlam 2021 comeback as Farmer Brock. Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, Omos, and Cody Rhodes can attest to this, as Brock gave them all a phenomenal performance, even dragging Omos to a seminal WrestleMania opener in a feat once deemed impossible. His latest work versus Cody Rhodes saw Brock hark back to his days as a rampaging beast steamrolling through the American Nightmare, and it's exactly the kind of Lesnar that CM Punk needs to face. The massive size discrepancy guarantees a David versus Goliath format, which is how all of Lesnar's best bouts are contested, and CM Punk would serve as a perfect foil for the wrestling action movie that is Brock Lesnar. The original tale from the summer of 2013, concluding in a modern-day SummerSlam classic, that belter of the no-holds-barred matches is the only justification.
And Brock coming back next year.
It was a masterpiece.
He might come back at the Royal Rumble.
Number 3,
LA Knight.
Until only
I forgot
a few
about
weeks
LA
ago,
Knight.
LA Knight was considered the second top babyface in the WWE, depending on the taste for Cody Rhodes.
I forgot about
He
LA
built a
Knight.
following for himself not seen since the days that
I apologize, y'all, for the lighting.
Getting himself genuinely over. His undisputed Universal Championship conquest versus Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel was never going to have a positive outcome for Knight, but it needn't. LA Knight got the title match, and that was enough of an indication as to where he stood on the WWE pecking order. And now, he was absent from the Big 4 Premium Live event, the last overall PLE of the year, with no reports of what's planned for him next. Although CM Punk will seemingly be a Raw superstar moving forward, while LA Knight is currently...
Hold on, y'all, hold on.
on SmackDown. It would be idiotic of WWE if this Triple H booked WWE, who gives the audience what it craves, to avoid putting Punk and Knight in the same room. Mics or no mics, the verbal exchanges would be incredulous, and the match would follow a similar route as a result. Number 2,
Drew McIntyre.
But what's next for Drew McIntyre?
Ooh, Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk.
Question, but it's not. Drew was once the leading man of sports entertainment, carrying WWE throughout the pandemic era as a superhuman of a WWE champion. But the minute he dropped the title to The Miz, McIntyre's success was over, and he was back to pay-per-view encounters versus Jinder Mahal. The latest word on McIntyre is that he's still unable to come to terms on a new contract with WWE, with his current deal due to expire.
Where can he go other than TNA? I don't see him going to AEW.
He caused a scene backstage where he then fled the Allstate Arena immediately following Survivor Series. Drew was reportedly seen slamming doors and cursing while clearing his locker room, and this is going down while CM Punk made his WWE return. This doesn't mean that the two are connected though. Fightful Select's latest update on the Scotsman is that many within the company are of the belief that although Drew doesn't take kindly to CM Punk waltzing back into the company, he is wise enough to capitalize on the potential a Punk program could have on his career. So long as Drew can stick it out in WWE long enough, a date with the best in the world awaits. And number 1, Seth freaking Rollins.
This might be the first one we see.
Declared to Nick Hausman of Wrestling Inc. when he asked about the possibility of CM Punk returning to WWE in January of 2023. Oh, Philly Phil, stay away you can, sir. Get away from me forever. I don't like Phil, he's a jerk. Did we just figure that out? No, everybody in the room is like, oh no, did he say that?
Yeah,
no, he's a jerk. Come on, we figured it out over there, we knew it over here. I don't want him back, go do something else. See you later.
Damn.
Rollins again infamously kicked up a fuss at ringside upon Punk taking to the stage at the end of Survivor Series, flipping off his old rival and having to be restrained by Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and a gaggle of officials. Needless to say, Rollins doesn't want Punk in WWE. Or does he? Per Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio, Seth Rollins' tirade was all an angle, with the two reportedly due to work a match with each other at the Royal Rumble, presumably for Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship. The match is happening, and it's going to be intoxicating.
Yep.
But there you have it, folks.
Alright, y'all, great video, man. Once again, I apologize for the lighting. I'm in the living room, and the sun is coming through the windows, coming through the curtains and stuff. So, I apologize once again. Thank you for watching me. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want me to react to next. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.